iniquity. Satanic church, Satanic church,
Oh brother,
children of Jezebel. The Bible says, let's have money, let's have money. Congregation of Satan.
sing again.
Satanic church, Satanic church, children of Lucifer. Homosexuals, lesbianism, equals to iniquity. Satanic church, Satanic church, children of Jezebel. The Bible says, let's have money, let's have money. Congregation of Satan.
Satanic church, yeah. Oh, yeah. Iniquity. The Bible said.
Don't accept, don't receive what they got to mark of CCs. See their sign, know their sign, sign of Antichrist.
Satanic church.
Don't accept, don't receive,
Brother never receive.
what they got to mark of CCs. Avoid their sign,
See their sign.
know their
Know
signs,
their sign.
signs of Antichrist. Satanic
Of Satan.
church, Satanic church,
Don't accept.
Satanic church.
Don't receive.
Lucifer, what do you seek in the midst of the righteous? Why do you come to my presence without my summon? Have you completed the task of going against my people?
What can I do? Nothing. Because you have always stood on my path, protecting them.
Protecting them?
Of course, you call it the grace, preventing my claws from piercing their skin, never letting me go as far as I want to prove to you that they don't love you, but what you give to them.
What do you want, Lucifer?
I guess you already know my thoughts. Give me the freedom to shake their foundation a little from your protection and lavish love. And let us see who will call you the Lord at the end.
Is that supposed to be a test of my faithfuls?
Especially those ones that praise you constantly.
Go, Lucifer, go and put my people to test, but do not touch their soul, for that is mine. Go, go, go.
Thank you, my Lord. Woe unto you, inhabitants of the earth, for unto thee cometh sorrow and anguish, bestless. 3 shall you know, and you shall have nowhere to run. For I, Lucifer, have come unto you. Woe unto you.
Of transportation, I beseech thee to make way for my trip to the gathering of the masters. Make way for my trip to the gathering of the masters and grant me journey mercies. I beg of you in the evil name patale, le patale, le patale, le patale, le patale.
Le patale, le patale, le patale, le patale, le patale.
Welcome, great Lord and Master. Where are the 40 gallons of innocent blood I asked you to bring?
Here they are, my lord.
Good. Get them for me.
I summon the blood of the innocent. Come forth! Come forth! Here they are, great one.
I can see 39 gallons. Where is the 40th?
The 40th, my lord, I couldn't. A strange power wouldn't let me.
What power? What power will be greater than my power? I, Lucifer.
She called a name. Jesus.
How dare you mention that name in my kingdom?
I'm sorry.
You must be punished.
My lord, I'm sorry.
I want the blood of that innocent girl tonight. She will be in her worship place tonight. Use your power to get her for me. Else, you will lose your power, wealth, and position in my kingdom. You have the powers to get her for me. Get her for me!
Yes, my lord.
Master, you are late. The great master wants to see you.
I know, but how do I explain to him that I failed? How?
The gate is open.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
I knew, for you have failed in your mission.
I tried all I could, but the force is greater than mine.
For failing, you shall be stripped of your position as the second in command in my kingdom. The power, wealth, and position I've given to you, I shall take back. You shall be like any other mortal. That is your punishment.
But great master...
Shut up! Else, yours will be worse.
I'm sorry, great master and lord.
I have spoken.
Don't touch me. I am leaving this house. Don't touch me.
Where are you living and where are you going?
See, you think you can keep me in this house hold stage, Abi? Eh? You bewitched me, and I've been living with you. Don't touch me. Useless man.
Here. Where are you going?
Mind yourself, oh. Mind yourself.
But where do you think you're going now?
I am going. I said I'm going. Eh? Oh, we got Haruala. I said that your charm has failed today.
Me?
Let's
Bewitch you. Please, don't go, please.
I will use my show on you.
Please.
Leave me alone. I said leave me alone.
I beg you, please, I beg you. Don't leave me, I beg you, please. You're my wife.
Go inside. I said get inside.
Don't leave me.
Get inside. Useless man.
Me? Me, useless.
I'm coming.
You're going now.
Get out of my way.
Huh?
Stupid man.
Hold on. Where are you going?
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving this forsaken house.
Wait.
Don't touch this bag again. Don't touch my bag again. I'm leaving you.
Wait. Why are you leaving me now?
Why am I leaving you? You don't know. Go and tell whoever that made this charm for you that your charm has failed.
Me?
Yes, it has failed.
But where do you think you're going to?
Don't worry. I know where I'm going to.
Wait. You slapped me?
Yes. Stupid man. Look at the governor's house. Governor's son that wants to marry me, but I refuse. All because of your charm. Go and tell whoever that made that charm for you that my eyes are so open.
Haven't you been enjoying me? Haven't you been enjoying me?
Enjoying
my money? Haven't you been enjoying?
Your money, blood money. My eyes has opened. It has opened. Stupid man. I'm leaving you for good.
Thank God.
Come and see that useless man. Idiot. Blood money.
Go, matchmaker. Shut my gate for me.
Stupid man. So you can beg. So you know how to beg. You want me to stay in this poverty with you? In this wretched, I can't live in a wretched life. I have to move on with my life. You know how I was when you saw me. You know, when you were marrying all the wives you married and kept in this house, you know. You sold everything in this house and you want me to stay here with you. And the next week the man will come and take the whole building and you want me to go and sleep in the gutter with. I can't do that, you know. I have to live my normal life. And the funniest part of it is that you sold the car you gave to me as a gift. I can't stay with you. Just stay with you. Don't touch me again, no.
Position I've given to you, I shall take back. You shall be like any other mortal.
Everything is gone. Everything. Oh my God.
Darling, it's okay. Everything will be fine. It's okay. It's okay now.
You've been humble and obedient to me, and I shall reward you.
As the great master.
You shall set up a church in my name, and you will bless people in my name. At the same time, curse them in my name. I shall give you power to perform miracles, signs, and wonders. I shall also give you wisdom and knowledge, and above all, power to control all the demons.
As the great master, please. Great magicians and sorcerers of the order, I, the Grand Magician, Lord Vintus Legasantus, have assembled us all here to communicate to you what the Lord Master seeks of me. He's asked me to open a church in his name, not in secrecy as usual, but for every soul to come together and glorify his name. And I want to seek your support to achieve this.
The Lord's desire we must carry out, and we cannot say no.
I agree.
Very well then. I will delegate positions and duties to you all, and I expect as usual that you use your magical and sorcery powers to execute them. I hereafter shall be known, called and referred to as the General Overseer of the Church. I have also compiled a prayer which I have called the Master's Prayer. And I want us all here seated to recite after me. Our Master, who art in hell, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth. As it is in hell.
You said your Lord and Master mandated you to open a church in his name.
Oh yes, my Lord and Master.
But sir, this your Lord and Master, is he God?
It depends on who you call God.
But sir, we have only one God, who is God Almighty.
It depends on who you call God. You see, there is He that some people call God. Alright? And there is what's that book of that God? And there is somebody who that book of that same God referred to as Lucifer, who was the closest angel to that God. But when he offended that God, that book tells us that God drove him away from his abode called heaven, but did not take the powers from him. He left him with his power, and with that power he came to the world. And today that same Lucifer has followers. And then you have the Buddha, and you have people worshiping Buddha as a god, and they're only gods. You know, like I said, it depends on who you call God. And then don't forget then that there are people known as the atheists. These are people who do not believe in the existence of any spiritual being. They live day by day.
Please sir, can you be more emphatic on which God has sent you?
No comments.
But sir,
I said no comments. That'll be for now, please. My Lord and Master mandated me to open a church, and that I have done. And I will serve him. I will win souls for him.
Mark of Jerry letters, mark it down. Mark of the newest, mark it down.
The time is here. The end of days. And I've come to take charge of my kingdom. Henceforth, there shall be no buying us.
What mark are you talking about, great master?
The mark 666. Make sure my orders are well carried.
Distinguished great magicians and sorcerers of the order, the time has come for us to begin to implement some of the policies that will be conventional to our church, just like our Lord Master instructed. Henceforth, our sign of recognition shall be.
What about a book like the opposite church that serves as a guide?
I'm already preparing some scriptures that will be bound into a book that should be called Devil's Book.
In that case, I think we need a building as a church where members can congregate as soon as possible.
Otis, obviously, we are not going to worship in the open. You and I know we need a roof over our head. When the time comes, we'll have one. But anyhow, thanks for your suggestion.
For this church to strive, we need political bigwigs, business magnates, social enlighteners, and pundits as members. How do we go about it?
My dear, are you forgetting that our Lord Master Lucifer is the ruler of the entire world? He runs and owns governments, so he has his ways. Don't worry. Aha, lest I forget. The emperor's only son once approached me to help forecast his future as emperor. That is an advantage.
So what are you implying, my lord?
That will make the king come to us. Never mind. Shall we rise? Come together. Come together. Come together. Come together. Come together. Come together.
My legs!
How is my son doing, doctor?
No improvement, my lordship. I'm afraid this sickness defies all medication.
What? Are you implying you cannot help him? My heir.
I'll be back here in 2 days' time, but I'm afraid.
You better get out of my presence.
Sir. Please, may I know your name?
My name is Lord Vintus Legasantos. I'm here to see the Emperor.
All right, 1 minute, sir.
Announcing the arrival of Lord Vintus Legasantos.
Let him into my presence.
Yes.
Sir, the Emperor is expecting you now.
You lead the way. Your Majesty, you sent for me.
Yes, Vintos. My only son, the heir to my throne, is lying there almost dead. And my doctors have not been able to do anything about it. And I thought you could help me with your magic powers. You know, if you can do something, I don't want to lose my son.
I love your faith in He that I worship. Can I see your son?
God. Take him to the prince. So,
Your Majesty, I have seen your son. He that I worship can heal him. But I'm afraid it will require a whole lot of sacrifice. Sacrifice of great magnitude. I don't know if you're willing.
Anything, just say it and I will do it, Ventus.
It is easier to say, Your Majesty. But take your time, relax. I want you to think about it. When you make up your mind, then come and see me tomorrow.
All right, I will come.
I'll leave you, Your Majesty.
I'll see you.
to believe you've given what we discussed earlier on a careful thought, and you've made up your mind on what you want to do.
Yes.
Good. You have to serve the master, for the master desires your soul. Again, you have to build the master a place of worship. I mean, a church.
The master? Who is this master?
Lucifer, the ruler of the entire universe. He will make your son the heir apparent to your throne well again. He will prosper you. He will make your kingdom greater and mightier than what it is today. Your Majesty, the choice is yours.
If that's the only thing I will do to make my son well again, I will worship him.
Very good. Very good. Then you will provide for the master the eyeballs and the intestines of a young girl, the genitals of a young man, and then the fingernails of a 4-year-old boy for sacrifice.
What if I don't do these things?
I'm afraid, Your Majesty, your son dies.
I will do as you have said, but the problem is, where do I get those items?
Never mind, Your Majesty. Hey, don't worry, my boys will take care of it. What?
I'll take my leave.
Very well done. Your Majesty, where are the items? Your Majesties, and drink. Drink. Drink and be made whole. Drink. Drink. Your Majesty, kneel. I said kneel. The time is come for you to be made whole once again. I summon the children of the Lord Master Lucifer to come forth and heal this sickness created of a combination power. I summon you, children. I summon you. Boski. Duski. Boski. Duski. Come forth. Come forth. Praise be to the Master. You've been made whole once again. The Emperor, your father, awaits you downstairs. Rise, my son. Rise. Come forth. Rise. Your Majesty, behold your son.
Romeo, father.
Satanic church, Satanic church, children of Lucifer. Satanic church, homosexuals, lesbianism, equals to iniquity. Satanic church, Satanic church, Satanic church, children of Jezebel. The Bible says, let's have money, let's have money, congregation of Satan. Sing again. Satanic church, Satanic church, children of the Lucifer, homosexuals, lesbianism, equals to
Hello YouTube and preppers, this is the comms prepper with a video about satellite communications. Many of us own dual band handheld radios or walkie-talkies. A popular radio in the prepping community is the Waxen or Ocean, depending on how you pronounce it, dual band radio, which allows you to communicate on VHF and UHF frequencies. And many of us use these types of radios for local networks or using amateur radio repeaters. But you can also use these radios for space communications, to talk to amateur radio satellites that are up in orbit. Currently there are 2 satellites in orbit that are FM repeaters. The satellite pictured on the left is AO-27, launched by the United States, and the satellite on the right is SO-50, launched by Saudi Arabia. And these 2 satellites are FM repeaters in space. They listen on a VHF frequency and then they transmit on a UHF frequency, which is why you need a dual band handheld radio or mobile radio to work these satellites. Because they're in orbit, about 690 kilometers up and moving at about 7 kilometers per second, you'd have a pretty difficult time communicating with these satellites with the stock rubber antenna that came from the factory. So many people who work these satellites have this antenna here. This is one of the more popular ones called the Arrow 2 satellite antenna, and it's $139. And this antenna is specifically designed for working with the amateur radio satellites. The VHF elements, as I've covered in other videos, frequency equals wavelength, and wavelength requires a specific length of antenna. The longer elements here are cut and pre-tuned for the VHF operating frequency of these satellites. So there's no adjustments you need to make, you just put it together. And then the shorter elements are pre-tuned and adjusted for the UHF receive frequencies coming down from the satellite that you would hear in your radio. And of course you need a handheld radio, and there's a BNC connector. So this is all the equipment you need to communicate with these 2 amateur radio satellites that are in orbit. You're going to need the frequencies, and here's a frequency chart that I downloaded from work-sat.com, and I'll put a link down below. And they give you the programming frequencies for SO-50 and AO-27. Now you'll notice here there's multiple channels for each satellite. This is because you'll need to have more than one channel for each satellite to compensate for what they call the Doppler effect. As the satellite comes up on the horizon and you're pointing the antenna at it, it's going to move past you and come over you and go behind you, and you're going to turn around and follow it down until it disappears over the horizon. Well, as this pass is taking place, there's a frequency shift happening because the satellite's in motion, and this is called the Doppler effect. So if you look on this slide here, you'll notice the transmit frequency from your handheld is constant, but the receive frequency starts high and gets progressively lower as the satellite's moving towards you and then passes over your head and disappears over the horizon. This is there's a lot of formulas for Doppler effect. Here's a chart I got from NASA, but essentially when the satellite enters the picture, picture you in the middle, between the satellites it's moving towards you, it's compressing the frequencies, making those frequencies higher. When the satellite passes overhead and it's moving away from you, it's pulling those frequencies apart and it's lowering the frequency. So that's why we have different receive frequencies programmed for each satellite. Here's another chart. I can remember this from school. For the Doppler effect, the train's coming at you, blowing the whistle, the frequency gets higher. When the train passes, the frequency gets lower. The frequency of the whistle actually hasn't changed. It's the motion of the train that's compressing that frequency. So here's a little chart I made with PowerPoint, and this shows the satellite coming in on the left, and the handheld radio set for 436-805. So as the satellite's progressing overhead, the receive frequency needs to be changed. So you're changing the channel on the radio as the satellite's passing overhead. And when it's above you, and then when it gets past you, again, the frequency continues to get lower until it gets to the end of its orbit or pass, and it's going to disappear over the horizon, and you will no longer have communications. And typically this whole pass takes anywhere from 8 to 14 minutes, depending on how close the satellite's passing your position. So now you understand the basic mechanics of how we talk to these satellites and the equipment that you need. Because they're moving, you need to know where they're coming. So there's many applications and programs and websites out there dedicated to tracking amateur radio satellites. Now here's a screenshot from my iPad for a pass that I tried to access tonight for this video that is tracking SO50. My position's in the center. You can see the little sky blue dot. Again, I'm working overseas right now, so that's Moscow. And you have the satellite details up above, and what it's saying is time to AOS, or acquisition of satellite. I have about an hour and 34 minutes, when I was making this video, until the satellite showed up. And then I probably had about 14 minutes to communicate with it. In the top right-hand corner, you see a satellite overflight plot, and you can actually expand this out. And this is something you can hold on an iPad or an iPhone, and this gives you an idea when you're standing outside where the satellite's going to show up on the horizon and how close it's going to get to you in elevation. You raise that antenna up. If you hold it straight up and down, it's 90 degrees. You come down to a 45-degree angle, then 0 on the horizon. So basically, this is showing the satellite coming in from the west. That's the sky blue piece. As it's approaching me, it's probably going to peak at about 45 to 50 degrees in elevation when I'm holding the antenna, and then it's going to start to get lower and disappear in the north-northeast and disappear over the horizon. Here's another application I have for my iPad, and this actually works with the compass in the iPad, so I can lay this down, and this gives me a little more information, and it'll actually, with the little black box, show the position of the satellite. So on this screenshot, it was showing the satellite coming in at 21 minutes past the hour, coming in from the south, arcing probably at about 79 degrees at its highest elevation, and then starting to drop in elevation as it disappeared northeast over the horizon that way at 21:57 past the hour. Another way you can track these satellites is my website, and this is a website here, amsat.org, and again I'll put a link below. And this is showing a pass for the Saudi satellite that's going to happen here in Russia at 4:42 in the morning. The website shows this in GMT time, which is London time. I'm 4 hours ahead of it, so the application in the lower left-hand corner is saying 4:28 in the morning. And how this correlates between the website and the application, what this is saying is at 28 minutes past the hour, the satellite's going to show up on the horizon. My pass is going to last for 13 minutes and 59 seconds. When the satellite does show up, it's going to be at 310 degrees on the horizon. When the satellite leaves, or I lose access to it, it's going to disappear over the horizon at 138 degrees. And the peak elevation when I have to raise the antenna with my hand is going to be at 79 degrees during this pass. So these are the tools you can use to track the satellite. So right now it's going to cut over to a video that I tried to make tonight with one of the satellite passes. I couldn't hold the camera and talk in the handheld radio, and then I dropped the part, so it's a real short video that you can at least hear a satellite pass coming overhead, so you can actually hear it in my handheld radio. And I'm going to put links down below because there's really good YouTube videos out there, and actually guys showing you how to find the satellite. They're holding their antenna, they're tracking it, and they're communicating on it. I'll try to do another video later when I get a good pass during the day. So hold on a second. This will cut over into that video, and you can actually hear an amateur radio satellite passing over my house with my handheld radio holding that Arrow 2 satellite antenna. And as always, thank you for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. And now we'll cut over to that video.
You copy. Report